Hello, I'm here. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, hi guys. Okay, great, beautiful, blessed. Uh, what last week of December? Second to last week of December. It's Christmas week. It'll be Christmas on Thursday. It is the 22nd of December. Holy moly, the year is almost over. And welcome. Hi guys. Thanks for chiming in on YouTube over here. Let me know if you see me. You should see me everywhere on Facebook, Instagram. Oh, do you see my Instagram? Wait a minute. Now you should see me on Instagram. Uh, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And today we have a crazy show for you today. Do not underestimate the crazy amount of work it has taken to get this together. I have asked so many people to be on this show, and there are so many reasons. The problem with having a show based about sick people is they sick, and sometimes they can't be here. Okay, like sometimes there's one person that was supposed to be here today, and he's genuinely sick, just got out of the hospital, very sick. So, this is such a blessing, such an honor to bring this subject back to the stage because I know too many people who have issues with this right now. And I know it's a weird struggle to be with lupus, and especially lupus nephritis or any kidney disorder that you can walk around and look completely normal and great and beautiful and wonderful. And you could literally be told you need a kidney right now or you're going to die tomorrow and see nothing wrong with you. You have to be tested for this. And it's so close to my heart, especially around the holidays, that people get their transplants. Lupus nephritis is a specific form of lupus that attacks the kidneys, okay? There are plenty of other ways to need a transplant. However, because I am submerged into the lupus community, my friends need kidneys. My friends need help, and I cannot stand by and see holidays coming and going and them not getting the things that they need. So, what I want you to do right now is to share this live, share this replay, share this to everyone and anyone you know, because there is no reason that we can be this well connected that you sit with me every Monday and hear our stories about, conquering lupus and fighting against the odds, etc. And you don't know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who could be helping our friends. I just know that we are well connected here, and we can probably get our friends together. So I'm going to introduce to you two people to start this conversation, and we will read a statement from the one friend who couldn't make it. Number one, these two people are powerhouses and people who I trust and know that they have deep knowledge on lupus and lupus nephritis specifically. They've both been guests on my podcast. The first one, Emmett. He is the male lupus warrior. He is everywhere. He's from California, but this man with lupus climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. This man with lupus is performing activism at every step. Okay, if you see him, you are seeing somebody who is advocating for his cause with everything he is. It's not something that he puts on. This is just how he walks through life, and I admire that about him. He makes men who are such a small portion of the lupus community feel safe, feel seen, and I'm so proud of him all the time. Please welcome to the stage, Emmett.
Thank you, Tenille. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's so awesome for you to be here. Thank you so much for being here. So, because I don't know how much time everyone has, I'm just going to put everybody on the screen. So I want to really let everybody know that the next person I'm bringing up is my homie, my friend, my girl. She is so brave. We didn't talk about lupus at all before she came on the show for the first time. And since then, the rocket ship that she has been, okay, she is so impressive because she already was very smart very like Black Girl Magic goals, you know, like very like you see her walk into a room and you're like, yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. Like very well connected, very educated, very strong. But she didn't talk about this. And since she opened the door to talk about lupus, she's been changing lives. She's been bringing fitness into the lupus world, which a lot of people didn't think was possible. And I so respect and love this girl. So please welcome to the stage, Charisma. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy
Okay.
holiday week.
Yes. Happy holiday week, everybody.
Happy
Okay. So
holidays.
guys, now you both been on my show and you both told your story about how you were diagnosed with lupus and what it's been like. You both have had transplants, right? So how long have you had your transplant, Emmett?
My first transplant was in 2013, and unfortunately, my kidneys failed in 2022.
Okay. So do you know that when you go into getting a transplant, do they tell you like this could not be forever? This could be, finite years?
That expectation has to be there because it would be worse for mentally for us to think that the transplant will last for the rest of our lives again, especially with an autoimmune disease that we have called lupus nephritis. More likely that can attack our new kidney again.
Right. Okay. So Charisma, when did you get your kidney?
I got it in 2023.
The other day. You got a baby kidney.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got a long life of that kidney left. So did they tell you how long you should expect to be with that new kidney?
They told me I would probably be like 95% successful because of the donor was healthy. It was a bad car accident, but nothing else was wrong with the kidneys. And they told me if I followed what I'm supposed to do and drink my water and exercise and eat right and all those things, they said about 90 to 95% successful.
Okay, that's amazing. I love it. Okay, so how did you get your donor? Like, what did you do, or how did you like put out links, or how did you get it?
Well, yeah, well, not I. Some of my line sisters had published it in their different cities, like my website, and I had a website, soliciting a donor, and so they put it in like Chicago and Austin, and they just publicized it for me, and then I had it on my Facebook page. But come to find out, my kidney came again from a deceased donor, like out of the blue, Father's Day, on Father's Day. Just got the call and told me to be at the hospital like now.
Wow.
And so
Okay.
mine went it went fast. We were eating dinner for Father's Day, got home about 6:30. The hospital called right then. And so there it began.
Okay, and that's in Georgia. So in California, how did you get your kidney? I know one of them was from your brother.
Yeah. My first my kidney in 2013 transplant was donated by my little brother. I was advocating for it, and I just didn't want none of my family to test or anything. But then they saw me going through everything I was going through, and they decided to go to my back. And check this out, Charisma. I was told on Father's Day that he was going to be my donor. And same thing. We celebrated Father's Day by the brothers exchanging gifts, right, to each other. And my brother gave me a little kidney bean can. And I'm asking him, what am I going to do with this? And then I asked him if he want me to make a salad or something. He said, nah, I'm giving you my kidney, bro. And it took me a second to realize that there was not you could hear a pin drop in that room with all my family there. My mother started bawling and crying, and they just knew how much I needed a kidney. And so then, we went through the process. I got the kidney, and everything was good from that point.
I love that. It's weird that it's a holiday, but see, that's the thing, is that people don't realize you were just in the hospital the other day. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you were just in the hospital the other day. And being in the hospital in the holidays is probably the worst thing. Like, I've come home Christmas Eve twice from the hospital. So it is just the most weird, isolating. Like, everyone in that hospital does not want to be there. So that's why I thought it was very important to do an episode right now, because how amazing would it be for somebody to donate a kidney for Christmas, for the new year, to get their kidney. So now, how do you go about to donate? Does it have to be, if you're a living donor, you have to pick the person and then you do the testing, or can you just say, I'm going to give a kidney to whoever is available?
I mean, it is simple. Like in Georgia, it is simple where you say you want to donate, but it's not like you just show up at the hospital and say, take my kidney.
Right.
It's a long procedural process for the donor. They have to get tested. They have to make sure they're not like on marijuana or any type of illicit drugs. They have to look at their lifestyle, have to look at other labs. So my brother was the same thing. He was going to donate, and he was at the final step in his process when I got the call. But he was in it was like a 4 or 5 month process for him to donate. So it's not that simple just to say, I want to donate, cut me up, doc, and put me in a bed next beside her.
Right.
It's a long process, because they have to make sure, one, that the kidney is going to be viable and is working properly. And they, at least in Georgia, what we were told, like, they wanted to make sure that it was enough. I'm going to go into my epi side, but there's enough time lapse and sequence of the life of the kidney. So they want to look at it when you first start, and then at month 2, look and see what's happening. At month 4, look at it, see again what's happening, what the functions look like, what the cholesterol looks like, what the blood pressure looks like. So yeah, it's a process.
Wow. So they have to be healthy anyways.
Pretty much. No underlying condition. Any underlying condition, say like lupus, and I have a big community in the lupus community that follows me, and everyone would love to donate, but at the same time, if they have lupus or any type of autoimmune, unfortunately they're not eligible for it. So
okay, people who are jumping on from YouTube, this stream is about getting my friend's kidneys for Christmas. Okay, we're talking about lupus nephritis and kidney failure, and how to donate. So read the room, guys. Read the room. We're not talking about whatever that is. Sorry, lots of comments, but I don't. Yeah. Okay. So that's true. So if you have another autoimmune disease, it's more likely than not that you cannot donate. So this is why I need everyone to share. Yeah. Thank you so much, Farming Science 1840. We appreciate that. Okay, so now, I want to share your link with everyone. I'm going to share it on all the platforms.
Please.
All my loopies, all of my chronic illness babes, please share it with the people who don't have the chronic illness. Please, we have kidneys to get for people this year. And also, I have one more friend who sent a statement. I didn't read this beforehand. I probably should have, because hooked on phonics. But let me read. So Christopher Reed was also on my show not too long ago, matter of fact. And he works for the Lupus Foundation of Georgia, the Georgia chapter particularly. Sweet man, okay? Him, his mother, immaculate humans, love them. So he was down with the flu and ended up in the hospital and just getting home today. So he put this statement and says, living with lupus is hard enough, but when you couple major organ envelopment with lupus, it can be a nightmare. I like 60% of all people with systemic lupus develop lupus nephritis. 20 years ago now, 2 new medications are on the market to treat nephritis due to increased patient participation in clinical trials. As a clinical trials ambassador, patient advocate, and community health worker, to lupus patients. I see the plight that lupus nephritis has had in the Black and brown communities, economically, mentally, and physically. It's scary. With better treatment and better health-saving tactics like exercise and diet, these communities can overcome and avoid dialysis. I am in end-stage renal disease. I am trying to fight dialysis by finding a living donor. Donation is easier and has less of an impact on the donor than one can expect. Please educate yourself about organizing donations. It can save a life like mine. So, y'all, that is my friend Christopher Reed. He needs a kidney.
Tell Chris I said what's up. I know Chris.
Yeah. I mean, our community is not that big, guys. It's little. That's why you got to do things like these podcasts so people can see us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love about all of y'all is that we're not just advocating for ourselves. Like, yeah, we're in need. We need this. We need that. If we're not a match, go to the next person who could be a match. Like, it's not about like presence for us or health for us specifically. Like, this is a global community. There's people everywhere with lupus or some kind of chronic illness that they ended up needing a kidney. He developed this. He had lupus for a while before he needed the kidney. So it could happen to anybody, anyone you love or know. So share this and share the like links that I'm going to put in all the chats. Okay. So you guys,
one thing, Tenille, for people that's out there listening and that need a kidney, there are a couple of ways that you can get one. So of course you have the live donor, which is what Emmett received the first time. But then they are now offering different options of getting a kidney. So you can go get a deceased donor, which I have. But with that donor, you have, two options. If someone wants to donate a kidney and they're not an exact match to they could reserve their kidney for someone else in line. And that way, when a kidney becomes available that's a match to the original person, they will jump the line. So it cuts down on the time. Another option is if a kidney comes in, say from a deceased donor, and because people have these underlying conditions, one of the conditions a lot of people have in the US is hepatitis C. It's just something in the germs people contracted. If you get a kidney that has hepatitis C, you do not have to reject that kidney. There are more than enough effective drugs to treat hepatitis C within 3 to 5 days. So that's another option. And then the final option is if it's this disease called CMV. It's another like in the atmosphere, it's everywhere. Nobody, I mean, there's no real test for it until you get the blood test and you see, he's like, oh, I have CMV. That's another option. If you get one that has CMV, no need to deny it. You can treat CMV while you're getting the donated kidney. So you could be in the hospital with the CMV kidney and they are donated to you while they're putting it in you, they are treating the CMV right then and there. So it's not that the kidney has to be totally healthy, although they do want it to be healthy. But if you perhaps do have hepatitis C or CMV or receive a kidney with those two options, then you don't have to deny it. They can treat it right then and problem, and it doesn't have any long-term effects on the donated kidney.
Exactly. And a lot of times they go by markers, which luckily for me, my brother, who was an exact match, markers all the way across were met. They do not have to be met all the way across. You can pretty much go to halfway and their doctors will tell you this is a viable kidney. But I also can make the difference between 3 to 5 years versus 10 years plus. So in my case, it's like right now, 3.5 years in kidney failure, dialysis 6 nights a week, home hemodialysis. I will take whatever comes my way that I'm eligible. So I am definitely desperate for a kidney. I am looking for one. That is my Christmas wish for 25, for somebody to see this and see all the things that I'm doing in the community with lupus and transplant and organ donations. And hopefully my call will be answered.
Yes. And it's so unexpected, just like how Charisma got it. My friend got, she talked to her doctor on the 15th and told him, maybe I just want to give up and take me off the list. And the next day, she got a call that was like, can you be here at 10? Because we have a kidney for you. Mm-hmm. So Good. Literally, first of all, people who are waiting for the transplant, don't give up. Do not give up. Like, it's worth it to keep asking and keep asking. Like, just, you never know what's meant for you will be for you, okay? And everyone else, like, don't X yourself out because you think that, you know, you couldn't be a match, or like maybe you're not healthy enough, whatever. Find out, because you never know if you're holding on to somebody's life-saving gift.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
And let me mention this also too, that for anybody that is even considering donating an organ with a kidney, you can live a normal life with one kidney. Share your spares is what they pretty much say, and they promote. You have 2 kidneys, you can live well with one. My brother, to this day, he donated me a kidney. Unfortunately, my condition of my body failed it, but him, this dude is immaculate. He's running around doing everything he can as a healthy person with one kidney. So just want to put that out there.
Good. Yeah. See, like, and it's not something to be afraid of. Like, it's interesting when someone donates a kidney to like a stranger, they're like, oh, you know, they're doing the most or whatever, but like, you really, like, you're not trained to do other things to save people's life. Why wouldn't you do this to save someone's life? Like, if I'm a straight bleeding heart, the Lord knew not to make me like, I don't know, like extra sexy or you know, being extra healthy, because I would just run around helping people for fun. Like, you need a kidney, you got a kidney, straight Oprah on them, because I just helping people brings me joy. So like, I know I would probably donate all the things and just be like a shell of a human, but if you've never been able to help anybody in any other way, like, this is a great way. Just find out, get tested, you know, and make sure you're an organ donor on your license. Like, make sure that after you pass away, you're not wasting good organs. You know what I mean? Like, if you have them, you should share them.
Right.
Why not?
And that's it. How many people can say that they saved somebody's life? Mm-hmm. That to me is the biggest thing that can be put on somebody. And you know, I'm sure you're not just helping and saving the recipient of receiving your kidney, but their family, their close friends. You know, I just can't exaggerate how much that saving somebody's life is worth it.
It really honestly is. And even if it is just putting that you're a donor on your license, because how many videos have you watched on like Facebook of somebody like being able to like hear their child's heartbeat in somebody else's body again, like after they've been donated? Like, it is helping everyone. It's helping people to heal. It's helping people to live a life that, you know, would be cut short otherwise. This is something that I'm very, very passionate about right now. Thinking about the times that I've spent like Christmas Eve in a hospital and not knowing if I'm going to be able to go home. This holidays are for being healthy and being with your family. It is not a time to be worried about going to dialysis and being in pain and wondering if you're gonna get your transplant. Like, this is real people's lives that you could be changing with something as simple as getting tested. Good. I'm glad you're listed on your license as a donor. I love that for you. Okay, I'm gonna read some comments, and if anybody has questions, please feel free to ask them. These people are a wealth of knowledge. So I had to have people, because I don't know. I don't have nephritis. I don't know much. I just know help my friends. That's what I know. Mm-hmm. Okay, so comments. I'm scrolling back. Okay. Hello from Arizona. Hello, friend. You see us. Thank you. Hi, we see you on Facebook. Good. Hellos. Welcomes. Oh, fitness and mountain climbing. Interesting. Yes. These sick people don't play around. Okay, they do not
No.
play around. You hear lupus, you hear you need a kidney, you think, oh, they're not climbing mountains. Oh yes, yes they are. Yes they are. And this and Charisma's in the gym all of the time. It is all over the internet. She don't get too close. She'll make you work out. She will make you work out. Beautiful wisdom here. Thank you for sharing today. What's the worst thing y'all have done? I don't know what that means. What is that? Please elaborate on your question. What's the worst thing y'all have done? What does that mean? Authentic, so much wisdom here. Thank you for sharing. Great afternoon from Strong Island. Hello, hello. Please tell me where you're tuning in from. I love to know where we are. Hi. Sorry to hear about your friend. I mean, these are my friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Crank up the volume louder for those in the back. You shared the live. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Share with everyone. Value. This is very educational and so needed. Thank you so much. Okay, no questions. Just a lot of comments. They love y'all. Amen. I think these are mostly Facebook and YouTube, so you'll be able to see them. Go back and see them. Reposting. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna look at Instagram comments now. That was just Facebook and YouTube. Okay, we're good on these. Everyone, hi everyone. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you're here. Who are you tuning in from? There's a couple of y'all, I'm not sure who you are, but yes. I love all the hellos. We're very glad to see you here. I appreciate you being here. Now that you're here, I want you to share it from here to out there. Okay, thank you. Show everyone, because we need kidneys. Links will be everywhere. So you guys, in closing, I'm gonna make this like a clean, concise 30-ish minutes. So in closing, please let the people know what you need them to know when they walk away from here today. If this is the only podcast that they listen to about kidney donation, about changing and saving a life, what would you have them say? Or what would you say?
Go ahead, Charisma. You want to start?
Okay, so for people that are entering this phase of needing a kidney, maybe you need to go on dialysis. I really want you to know that it's a mind shift. Dialysis is arduous, but it's not that bad in the grand scheme of things, especially if you get with a good center and a good provider. It's not that bad. I thought it was the worst thing ever before I had to do it, and it wasn't that bad. And then secondly, I want you to look into the research truly on what it takes to be a donor. It's beyond we have the same blood type, so we should be a match. Right. It's beyond I'm healthy, so I should be good. So please, 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 if you're considering donating, look into the research on what a person that is donating a kidney needs to have and what they don't need to do. Mm-hmm. That could help you, and it can also prevent you. If you know what you need to have, then you know how you can proceed. And happy thoughts. It's a mind shift change, but it's all for the betterment. And a kidney transplant, out of all the transplants, is the easiest one you can do. It's the one with the most effective rate. It's the one that keeps you in the hospital the least amount of time. It's the one that keeps your body functioning the greatest. So out of all of these transplants, this one right here is needed in brown and Black communities, but this is the easiest transplant you can get.
Thank you. Let me piggyback on that too, because in regards to the dialysis is temporary, people. It's meant to keep you alive, but do not look at it as long-term. You got to advocate for yourself, so you can get off your dialysis, so you can get a kidney. And I know sometimes that's not easy to do, but there's people out there like myself and Charisma that can talk to you and show you what paths to go on in order to advocate for yourself to get a kidney. Organ donations definitely saves lives. And so the way that Charisma had just mentioned, how it's the easiest form of a procedure to have done. There's so many that are getting done, but yet the patient list is longer than the transplants being done. So in California, where I reside in, we usually have a 6 to 8 year wait to get a transplant. Do not wait 6 to 8 years. I do dialysis, have been doing dialysis 6 nights a week for the past 3.5 years, and I do home hemodialysis. And what that is that I do it at home myself. I stick these needles in my arms every day, sit in a chair for 4 hours, and I get it done. But this is what's saving my life for now, until one of you step up and give me your kidney. And it's not like it's something that is that I'm asking to have done. No, it is definitely a mindset to have done. It is something that you should know the procedure. You should look into it, read about it. But the fact is that it is a safe procedure. Just like any surgery, there's always risk. But the value of saving somebody's life is something that if you have that notch on your belt, you are one above the rest. So I am looking for a donor. You can reach me at maillupuswarriors@gmail.com is my email. And I'm sure Tenille will put all that good stuff out there for y'all.
Yes.
Happy
yes,
holidays. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all of you.
Yes. Merry, happy, all the things, guys. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. This is advocacy at its best. This is, you don't have to be sure. You just have to be willing to find out. If you are a donor, you can change and save a life. Okay. Now, this episode, I needed to happen during this specific season because I understand what it's like to be sick during the holidays. And I understand what it's like to need when everyone else is celebrating. If you are blessed enough to be happy with your family this season, remember the people who don't have that opportunity because they are going to dialysis, doing dialysis at home, being sick when they could be healing from a surgery that was saving their life. So pretty please, like I've said 100 times, educate yourself, find out for yourself, and then share. People need these kidneys. I'm going to put everyone's information everywhere. I'm going to put, Charisma's information because she's awesome and you could probably work out with her or something. Follow. I'm going to put all their information for you to follow them everywhere. And if you need any assistance from me, email me, inbox me. I got you. Just have a gorgeous holiday season and help as many people as you can, because that's what we're here for. That's our ministry. Advocacy is our ministry. So stay happily healed. Love y'all. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. And we're not live.